Welcome to Cunning Quizzes. Here are 30 super sleuthing questions, all about the world's preeminent fictional detective, Sherlock Holmes. Be warned, some of these questions are only for the most die-hard fans. Are you one of them? The game is afoot. Proceed. Which musical instrument does Sherlock Holmes play? Piano, violin, or the flute? It's the violin. Easy. What is the name of the first Sherlock Holmes book? A Study in Scarlet, The Hound of the Baskervilles, or The Sign of Four? It was A Study in Scarlet. Which letters did Sherlock Holmes shoot into the wall of his flat? VR, SH, or JW? It was VR. I wonder what that means. The real-life person who inspired the creation of Sherlock Holmes was a policeman, doctor, or lawyer? He was a doctor. Of course. In which story does Sherlock Holmes seem to die in a fight with Moriarty? The Dying Detective, His Last Bow, The Final Problem? It was The Final Problem. What was the role of the Baker Street Irregulars? Informants, fighters, or advisors? They were informants, the cheeky scamps. Which actor gave Sherlock Holmes his trademark pipe? William Gillette, Basil Rathbone, or Jeremy Brett? It was William Gillette. In The Sign of Four, which character does Watson fall in love with? A client of Holmes, a dangerous spy, or a Scotland Yard detective? She was a client of Holmes. In which Sherlock Holmes story does Irene Adler first appear? A Scandal in Bohemia, The Sign of Four, or A Case of Identity? It was A Scandal in Bohemia. Where does Holmes live during his retirement? Kent, Cornwall, or Sussex? Oh, it was Sussex. A lovely place, I've heard. In which story does Watson get shot? The Second Stain, The Three Gary Debs, The Six Napoleons? It was The Three Gary Debs. In which TV adaptation are Irene Adler and Moriarty the same character? Sherlock, Elementary, The Irregulars? Oh, Elementary. Which story describes a case of biological terrorism? The Valley of Fear, The Dying Detective, The Bruce Partington Plans? It was The Dying Detective. Who plays Sherlock Holmes in Enola Holmes? Burn Gorman, Lewis Partridge, or Henry Cavill? It's Henry Cavill. Which composer does Holmes show appreciation for in The Red Circle? Wagner, Beethoven, or Bizet? Ah, of course, it's Wagner. In which TV series are the main characters inspired by Holmes and Watson? Luther, Dexter, or House? Oh, it's House. Why does Holmes's brother, Mycroft, give him cases to solve? He is not as clever, he doesn't like field work, or he is not into politics? He doesn't like field work. Which murder case does Holmes refuse due to his sympathy with the criminal? Milverton, Draper, or Baskerville? That's right, Milverton. Who plays Mycroft Holmes in Sherlock? Mark Gatiss, Andrew Scott, or Rupert Graves? Yep, Mark Gatiss. In which magazine were the Sherlock Holmes short stories first published? Punch magazine, The Strand magazine, or Illustrated Police News? That's right, Strand magazine. If you like this quiz and would like to know when more are published, then why not subscribe? There's a button around here somewhere. According to Watson, which scientific field does Holmes know most about? Botany, chemistry, or astronomy? It's chemistry. In which story does Sherlock Holmes crack a codified message? The Creeping Man, The Retired Colour Man, or The Dancing Men? It's The Dancing Men. What hot beverage is most mentioned in the Sherlock Holmes stories? Coffee, tea, or hot toddy? What's a hot toddy? Oh, it's coffee. Which case does Holmes solve using ballistic science? The Greek interpreter, the yellow face, or the empty house? Oh, the empty house. Clever. In which year was the first season of Sherlock released? 2008, 2010, or 2011? Yep, 2010. Which of these stories does Sherlock Holmes narrate himself? The Lion's Mane, The Devil's Foot, or The Cardboard Box? It's The Lion's Mane. What form of payment does Sherlock Holmes ask for from King Wilhelm? Money, a photograph, or a blue stone? A photograph. Which combat style is Sherlock Holmes adept in? Bare-knuckle boxing, Tai Chi Chuan, or Krav Maga? Bare-knuckle boxing. What is the academic background of Professor Moriarty? History, economics, or mathematics? Yeah, mathematics. Okay, last one. In which story does Sherlock Holmes disguise as a plumber? The Blue Carbuncle, A Scandal in Bohemia, or Charles Augustus Milverton? That's right, Charles Augustus Milverton. That's all for today. How did you do? Let us know below. Cheerio!